Hi everyone, I'm Thomas, one of the IELTS teachers here at LangGo Learning System. Today's lesson is going to focus on a common type of task that you often come across in the IELTS listening test. Hopefully after this lesson you're going to be able to master this type of listening task. We're going to look at map labelling. Alright, the very first thing I want you to understand here is that you've got to know what you have to do. Before doing any task, you should know clearly what you are expected to do. So here, write no more than 2 or 3 words. And you've got to write the correct letter from A to G next to the correct question number from 6 to 10. You should try to take advantage of all the clues that you're given on the map. You are generally provided with a compass at the foot of the map, which will have between 4 and 8 directions, generally north, south, east and west, and then we can also have northeast and southeast, for example. Listen carefully for places which are adjacent. For example, if H is next to G, it will be easier to spot G if you've already correctly identified H. Be mindful of the position where you will begin on the map. Look for the start point. The labels to the map will help you. And besides this, you should be acquainted with signposting words. To help you know a couple of these, let's look at some examples. So we have passing or passing by the new barn. You will see on your right. Go along the main path and you will come across on the corner. And we also have beyond, next to, opposite or adjacent to. Listening for this signposting language will really help you. Alright, now we're going to listen to the audio. Good luck. Now let me give you some idea of the layout of the farm. The building where you bought your tickets is the new barn, immediately to your right. We're now at the beginning of the main path to the farmland, and of course the car park is on your left. The scarecrow you can see in the car park in the corner beside the main path is a The scarecrow you can see in the car park in the centre beside the main path is a traditional figure for keeping the birds away from crops, but our scarecrow is a permanent sculpture. It's taller than a human being, so you can see it from quite a distance. Alright, if you look ahead of you, you'll see a maze. It's opposite the new barn, beside the side path that branches off to the right just over there. The maze is made out of hedges, which are too tall for young children to see over, but it's quite small, so you can't get lost in it. Now, can you see the bridge crossing the fish pool further up the main path? If you want to go to the cafe, go towards the bridge and turn right just before it. Walk along the side path, and the cafe is on the first bend you come to. The building was originally the schoolhouse, and it's well over 100 years old. As you know, we run skills workshops here, where you can learn traditional crafts like woodwork and basket making. You can see examples of the work and talk to someone about the courses in the black barn. If you take the side path to the right here, just by the new barn, you'll come to the black barn, just where the path first bends. Now, I mustn't forget to tell you about picnicking, as I can see some of you have brought your lunch with you. You can picnic in the field, though do clear up behind you, of course. Or, if you prefer a covered picnic area, there's one near the farmyard, just after you cross the bridge. There's a covered picnic spot on your right. And the last thing to mention is Fiddy House itself. From here you can cross the bridge and then walk along the footpath through the field to the left of the farmyard. That goes to the house, and it'll give you a lovely view of it. It's certainly worth a few photographs, but as it's a private home, I'm afraid you can't go inside. Right, well, if you're all ready, then we'll set off on our tour of the farm. The time for listening is up. Let's check our answers together. Alright, for the 15th question, you should be listening for the word scarecrow. Let's see what the speaker said. Now let me give you some idea of the layout of the farm. The building where you bought your tickets is the new barn, immediately to your right. We're now at the beginning of the main path to the farmland, and of course the car park is on your left. The scarecrow you can see in the car park in the corner beside the main path. You can hear many places mentioned before he mentions the target one, including farm, building, main path, farmland, new barn, and car park. But you've got to listen to all the detail to distinguish between I and F. The speaker says the scarecrow you can see in the car park in the corner beside the main path. So the answer is F. Question 16. The answer is mentioned directly, but you might have misunderstood a small detail in the recording. Alright, if you look ahead of you, you'll see a maze. It's opposite the new barn, beside the side path that branches off to the right, just over there. The clause beside the side path that branches off to the right can confuse us into choosing between a couple of the options that are given. So be mindful of these kind of distractions in the recording. They try to trick you. Our answer is still G. Question 17. Let's hear what the speaker says about the way to approach the cafe. Let's try and use a pencil to trace along while we are listening. This is generally a helpful tip when you're listening to maps. If you want to go to the cafe, go towards the bridge and turn right just before it. Walk along the side path and the cafe is on the first bend you come to. Alright, so the answer is D. For the next question, we've got to locate where the black barn is. So let's listen to the correct section of the recording. If you take the side path to the right here, just by the new barn, you'll come to the black barn, just where the path first bends. You'll notice the word bends here, which has a similar meaning to a turn. We come across the new barn on the side path, and the black barn is on the first bend. So the correct answer is H. And hopefully it wasn't too difficult for you to identify the location of the covered picnic spot, as the speaker mentions quite clearly. Or, if you prefer a covered picnic area, there's one near the farmyard, just after you cross the bridge. There's a covered picnic spot on your right. So our keywords here, near the farmland, and after crossing the bridge, on the right. And from this we can deduce the answer is C. For the last one, let's listen to the recording and try to spot the Fiddy house for ourselves. And hopefully you were able to locate the house and that generally you found this class helpful in unpicking map labelling tasks. I hope you found this lesson helpful in preparing you for your IELTS exam. If you want to register for IELTS courses here at LangGo, you know what to do. Our courses are designed with you in mind and will definitely help you improve your outcomes. Remember to like, share and hit that like button to get notifications. Once again, I've been Thomas and I'll see you for the next video. Bye guys.